Welcome to My Asshole Podcast. Let's get into it. All right. Welcome to My Asshole Podcast. My goodness, we are back, baby. We are back. My hair looks crazy. Just got out of the gym, getting my pump on, ready for another filming session for the pod. We got a really good thread. And if you remember, on Thursday's episode, we did a thread that was women, what did you find out when you got a boyfriend? So this one, we're going to be flipping the script, and it's going to be men. What did you learn about women when you got a girlfriend? All right. So I always like to do that. I always like to flip the script, if it's like a thread like this, I always like to, ask it in the reverse because you never know. You never know. So let's see what crazy, awkward, weird things that us guys have found out about women when we start to date them. All right. So today's thread is men. What did you find out about women when you got a girlfriend? Okay, learn more about how LinkedIn ads gets your campaigns in front of the right audience. Oh, all right. Oh, I'm sorry. That's not wrong. That was not okay. Keep a calendar to record the special dates you've come through together. That will save and help you in your relationship. Yeah, facts. Because if you forget shit, oh man, she's gonna hate you. You forget her birthday, or you forget like the day you guys met, like, how you guys like have an anniversary date and stuff like that. Oh yeah, you forget those things. Trust me, man. Trust me. It's going to be long for you. It's going to be long. Men, what did you find out about women when you got a girlfriend? Bras are far more expensive than I realized. Yo, facts. Facts. I was like, yo, the booby holsters are ridiculously expensive. I'm like, $70? What the fuck is it? No, come on. This is just to hold your boobs. What do you mean? What do you mean $70? That's bananas to me. Absolutely bananas. And then you're paying like $30, $40 for pretty much like some fabric that's going to go up your butt. Yeah. You know what I mean? I'm just like, bruh, women's underwear are extremely expensive. Yes, you definitely do figure that out when you get a girlfriend. Because you just think, and then you actually find out, another fun thing is you find out that girls actually wear the same bra for multiple days. That one was one I did not know. I was just like, oh, okay. Bras are kind of like a weekly thing, They wear one for like a whole week, and then they swap it out. I'm like, oh, all right then. Interesting, yeah. All right, men, what did you find out about women once you got a girlfriend? Every one of my long-term girlfriends suffered from sexual violence in some way. Most when underage. I thought the first couple were flukes, but every time I eventually get to the point of the relationship where things like that are shared, the trauma begins to flow out. I had no idea how prevalent it is. 7 in a row at this point. God damn, dude. My man must have a type. He's like, yeah, I like broken women. Damn. Like, bro, I don't think I've ever dated a girl that's ever had that. I mean, maybe I've never asked, or maybe they just never told me or anything, but yeah, damn, okay. God, that's great. That's kind of crazy. Men, what did you find out about women when you got a girlfriend? That they have no pockets. Facts. Women have no pockets, and if they do, it's either like they only have butt pockets and their front pockets are just kind of sewn in like faux pockets. And to me, I'm like, why? Or they have a pocket that's like this big. You know what I mean? Their pocket is like fucking useless. And I'm like, well, for what? Well, you know what I mean? Like, why? And I never understood, why girls, when they would have like pockets in their dresses, or they would have pockets in like their leggings or something like that. It was like the most revolutionary thing ever for them. And they would just be like, oh my God, I have pockets. And I'm just like, yeah, don't we all? You know what I mean? And then, she was just like, yeah, no, we don't. And I always wondered why girls put their phones in their back pocket. Well, they can't put it in their front pocket because they don't have pockets. I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah, crazy shit, man. Crazy shit. But, it's obviously to keep the purse industry going. Yeah, I mean, come on now. It's like conspiracy. No. All right. Men, what did you find out about women when you got a girlfriend? He laid out a list, so we'll go through his little list. That they've all been harassed, groped, assaulted, molested, oh goddamn, okay, threatened sexually, or just had a creepy shit happen to them by men. I mean, yeah, okay. I mean, seriously, everyone I've dated told me stories of shit that happened to them that they had to be wary of that I never thought about or worried about. So he said, 1, found a camera in the Starbucks women's bathroom. Dude was creeping from his computer in the store. That's crazy. That is crazy. My man put a camera in the bathroom. He said 2, played Wonder Woman at Six Flags and got groped multiple times. Okay. All right. All right. I don't know what to say to that one, but sure. Let's see. All right, next one would get followed and hollered at the bank, ATM, and stalked at work. She worked at a bookstore. Every time she went in by a dude. Damn, that's, jeez. At a bank? I thought they were going to say at like a gas station, like you kind of see that at a gas station. I don't know. I've never seen that really, except for like on weird Facebook videos and weird Instagram videos and shit, where like a dude is trying to pick up a girl at the gas station. He's like, oh yeah, hey girl, let me pump your gas, like I've never like seen that, but I have like only ever seen it on like social media, if you will, but I've never seen it like actually happen in real life, so maybe that doesn't happen. All right, next one, took a taxi home after drinking one night. Taxi driver refuses to give her credit card back unless she invited him in. That's weird. Okay. Neighbor approached and helped her out in the situation and then invited himself in and wouldn't leave until she called. Nigga, what? What the hell? My man was just like, oh yeah, I saved you. I deserve some coochie. Like, what are you to know, bruh? That's weird. That is mad weird. I mean, damn. Okay. Man, what did you find out about women once you got a girlfriend? I wouldn't say all women, but my girl needs quite a bit of reassurance. She has adamant issues, so when she's said I had to remind her I am not going anywhere, I don't mind it because she truly is wonderful and caring woman. We're a team. Yeah, I mean, I think both need reassurance, if I'm being honest with you. Like I would think guys need reassurance from girls more than girls need reassurance from guys, just because like with the guy, think about it, we're always doing something for you. We're always taking you out somewhere. We're always, doing stuff for you, whether it's like planning a little date, whether it be going out or being at home, or, we like do stuff for you in the way of like, oh, I got this thing for you because I was thinking about you, or, you know what I mean? But like for a dude, we don't really get that kind of reassurance very much, I mean, if you are a girl out there that does give your man some reassurance, hey, good on you, because I don't feel like dudes get enough of the reassurance, for being honest with you. I feel like girls get a lot more of it, but maybe there's some relationships, you never know. All right, man, what did you find out about women once you got a girlfriend? Having at least 1.5 bathrooms is indispensable. I ain't gonna lie to you, facts, because like girls are very clean in very many aspects of their life, but the bathroom is not one. The bathroom is not one. Like the amount of toilet paper they use is insane. If I'm being honest with you, absolutely insane. Their shit is all over the place. If I'm being honest with you, their hair is all over the place. It's all over the bathroom walls and shit like that. And you're just like, what in the hell is going on? I feel like some women be collecting their hairs, and it's just, and they have a collection on the wall. It's kind of weird. Yeah. Women are clean in very many ways, but the bathroom ain't one of them, bruh. Oh my God. And it's like, once you live with a girl, you'd be like, you walk into the bathroom, you're like, God damn. It looks like a tornado done hit that damn place. All right, man, what did you find out about women once you've got a girlfriend? Their shirts buttons are buttoned on the other side. This blew my mind. Yep. I didn't know that for the longest time until I actually bought a shirt that was a button-up shirt, but it was a blouse, not a shirt. And I was like, oh, and my friends, there was a friend of mine, and he was like, yo, he was like, my guy, your buttons are on the wrong side. And I was like, what are you talking about? My buttons are on the wrong side. Like with a dude, your buttons are on the left side. But for a woman, the buttons are on the right side. And so I had this shirt, and I'm thinking, oh, buttons are on the other side, whatever. That's fine. It's normal. It's just a shirt. So then I was probably going to a event or doing something. I don't remember what I was doing, but a friend saw me, and he was just like, yo, your buttons are on the wrong side. He's like, that's a girl's shirt. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And he's like, that's a girl's shirt. I'm like, no, it's not. Like, it fits me pretty good. And he's like, nah, bro, that's a girl's shirt. He was like, because the buttons are on the wrong side. And I was like, man, you fucking with me. He like Googled it, and he was like, what's the difference between like a button-up shirt and a blouse? And it told me that the buttons are on, if the buttons are on the right-hand side, then it's a blouse. If the buttons are on the left-hand side, then it's a button up or like dress shirt. And I was like, oh, okay, damn, yeah. I kept that shirt for like another year and then got rid of it. Yeah, I got way too many. I got way too many fucking comments of people saying, oh, dude, your buttons are on the wrong side. Oh, it's a blouse, man. It's a girl shirt. I'm like, all right, man, whatever. It was a great shirt. I felt so proud of myself because, I don't go shopping very much for like clothes and stuff. And that was like the first time I like bought something and I was like, hey, I like the way this looks. Fucked me up. Men, what did you find out about women when you finally got a girlfriend? All right. Most women need iron. Yeah, that's facts. And you women's be tired as hell for no damn reason. And you're cold for no damn reason. It could be 75 in the house and they are freezing cold for some reason. And your feet are cold too. But I like that in the summertime. Yeah, in the summertime I'd be like, girl, get your cold ass feet over here. Yeah. That is very true. All right, men, what did you find out about women when you got a girlfriend? The phrase, do you want comfort or solutions, is going to save you a whole lot of headache. Facts. Because I don't remember what episode it was. It might have been the Patreon episode. There was an episode that I did. It might have been Tuesdays. I don't know. But it's like, I've always said it, a dude's inclination is just to like, when there's a problem, to fix the problem. And when it comes down to a lot of like when your girl's coming to you and she has a problem and stuff like that, a lot of times it's like, it's best to just be like, oh, okay, I hear you. Do you want me to fix the shit or do you just need to vent? Like, yeah, because it'll save you, man. It'll save you. Because a lot of times they just want to vent. I would argue a good 7, maybe 8 times out of 10, they just want to vent. They just want to vent. They're just like, yo, let me just get it off my chest. I mean? Just get equally as mad. The peas were marked up to $3 when they used to be $1.99. Just get mad with me and be like, what? How dare they, All right, men, what did you find out about women once you got a girlfriend? If she says, if you want ice cream, she wants ice cream and wants you to say yes so that she can get ice cream. Facts. That is so facts. Oh my God. I'm telling you, man. Yeah. Yeah. It's a thing where a girl is never going to ask you like direct, or not going to really tell you directly, hey, like I want to get like ice cream or I want to get candy or whatever. They're going to be like, do you want some ice cream? And you have to be like, yeah, I want some ice cream. Okay, yeah, let's go get some. Yeah, and don't sit there and be like, oh no, I'll get you some, but I'm not gonna have any. Trust me. Oh, trust me, man. And then she's like, no, it's cool. I don't want any anymore. Like, I'm fine. But she actually does want some. She's just, I don't know what the deal is with that. Yeah, man, I've learned far too much with that. Yeah. If they ask, do you want something? A lot of times that means that they want something, but they just want you to go with them and eat it with them as well. There's a lot of times I've gone on ice cream runs and I wasn't in the mood for ice cream. A lot of times, like my little advice is like you get like a pretty big size, and make her think like you're going to share it. And then you just kind of pick off of it just ever so slightly. You let her eat kind of the majority of it, so that way it's like she got her wish of you guys both eating ice cream, but you didn't have to like overeat and overstuff yourself with ice cream. Yeah. Yeah, man. That's a big one, bro. That one's a big one. All right, man. What do you find out about women once you got a girlfriend? You realize how much you learn about yourself through her, whether it's how you react to situations, how much you value certain things, or even what you really need in life. Yeah, I guess. I don't know. A lot of guys, what I've noticed is they don't really, I guess to his credit, it's more of like when a guy gets a girlfriend, a lot of times it makes him want to kind of like step up and like do something more with his life or do something bigger and better or get a promotion at his job. And, because a lot of times like for guys, we're very content with very little. Yeah, and, not a lot of guys really have that ambition when they're single, but when they do get in a relationship, they understand the expectation that's kind of on their shoulders, and so they're like, oh, shit, I got to perform. Like, she wants a future. She wants a house and kids and all this kind of stuff. Like, I need to, get myself there. And if only a lot of guys were able to get to that point before the girlfriend, I think there'd be a lot of dudes who would have girlfriends, but for a lot of guys, it takes like getting a girlfriend in order for them to be that way, which is really daunting a lot of times because a lot of girls are like, nah, man, I want you to have that already, not, we're together and then you have that, because for the girl, they're taking a big chance. It's like, Is he going to get his shit straight when we start to date? Or is it going to be a thing where he's just going to stay the potato that he is, Yeah, man. That's why, like I said, ambition is a big thing. You got to be doing shit. That's why I always give the advice of like when, you break up with your girl and all that kind of stuff, get into some hobbies, bro. Start doing shit, because once you get into the next relationship, you already kind of have things that show the girl, hey, I have ambition. I want to be more than what I am now, and I'm doing stuff, If you're just kind of couch potatoing it and being sad and whatever, and because of their past relationship or the trauma of it and all that stuff, man, really gonna move on. These girls gonna be looking at you like, look, dog, and no thanks, man. So, yeah, that's definitely true. Oh, shit. Damn it. It went back. Hold on. I hate when it does this. Hold on. It went back. Okay. Men, what did you find out about women once you got a girlfriend? Throw pillows aren't for throwing. Yeah, facts. and you'll just, honestly, it's crazy because like, okay, as a dude myself, I only have 2 pillows. I won't lie to you. And then the moment that you get a girlfriend, you think, okay, we'll get 2 more pillows. She obviously needs 2 pillows, right? Okay, normal. But then out of nowhere, it's like You're like, wait a minute. Why is there 6 pillows all of a sudden? And she's like, oh, I just bought like 2 more or whatever, I like to put one between my legs or whatever. And then, sometimes, girls like to have a cuddle pillow, or they like to have, they like to change out their pillows, whatever the case may be. Then I know you come home again and you're like, why is there 10 pillows? And she's like, well, I mean, like, it looks nice because there was not a lot of symmetry, so I needed like 5 pillows over here and then 5 over there, so that way it just kind of looks nice. And you're like, all right, I guess. You come home the next day, why is there 20 pillows on the bed? You will know, I'm telling you, man, your bed will be occupied by pillows. And you're going to be like, what the fuck is going on here? Women love pillows. They do. I don't know why. They just do. That is their favoriteest thing in the entire world. If you can ask them what one bed accessory is like necessary, they will say pillows. They will. They'll say pillows. And it's an obsession I don't understand, man. Maybe it's me being a dude and I don't understand. But ladies, let me know down in the comments. Why do you guys love pillows so much? What's going on with that? All right, men, what did you find out about women once you got a girlfriend? That doing your own makeup is art. It's hard sometimes. I just sit there watching her do it. Facts. As a dude, I always thought makeup was just something, girls just plopped on their face and you just boop, 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 and it just comes out. No, they're like, nah, you got to put on foundation so that way the makeup looks better, and then you got to put on the concealer in certain spots because my skin does this and it does that, and then you can only put blush right here and right there, and I'm like, okay. Because I ain't gonna lie to you, before dating women, I like really like seriously dating, I only ever knew about like eyeliner and maybe lipstick, if I'm being straight with you. Yeah, I didn't know that there was like 1,000 other things. It's crazy. I walk into a Sephora and I'm like, what is any of this? It's crazy how you women are able to like decipher what all this stuff is and does. It's wild to me. And it's crazy because there's little girls that are like 8 years old that walk into these stores and they know what everything does. And I'm just like, what? What is going on here? Like, God damn, this is crazy. Like, I'm not smarter than a 5th grader type shit. I walk into a Sephora. It's wild, man. Absolutely wild. Men, what did you find out about women once you got a girlfriend? She was just like me, a person with faults and insecurities. I got beyond lucky and found someone who is a perfect match for me. Ended up marrying her 4 years ago. Anyone who says women want a specific thing is usually full of shit. They're people too. You can be open and honest and just ask to have open dialogue and healthy relationships. Okay. I'm gonna sum it down. What a lot of dudes do is they're so afraid to talk to girls because for some reason they put the girl on this like impossibly high pedestal where they're like, oh no, she is above being a human being and I cannot speak to her. And you're just like, bro, just go over to her and say hi. I still don't get the whole like, I see it on TikTok every once in a while. Girls are like, oh, guys don't like approach us anymore and stuff like that. And then I go and talk to the dudes and I'm like, hey, why don't guys approach women anymore? And they're like, because we're scared, man. We don't. I'm like, bro, the worst she could say is no. I mean, you'll probably feel like embarrassed for a little bit, a couple minutes, and then you'll be chilling. You'll be all right. I don't really get it. Like, if I see a girl that I find interesting or that I, find attractive or whatever, I'll at least spark a conversation with her, ask her name, and I'll get the vibe. And it's like, if she's into the conversation and kind of giving conversation back, then cool. And if she's kind of just acting a little weird, I'm going to be like, okay, cool. She probably thinks I'm like weird or something. And I just, it was great meeting you, I'll see you later. But, if they're into the conversation, then I keep the conversation going. But a lot of dudes are just like, no, it's impossible. It's impossible. She is the queen of Sheba and I am a peasant. And I'm just like, bro, chill. Chill out. Like, she's a normal person. You know, odds are she probably wouldn't mind you coming over to talk to her as long as you're not being weird about it. Because a lot of dudes, I think, get really weird with it. And I'm just like, why? You know? Oh, it's the worst. Because they think like, I don't know why guys think pickup lines work. I'm like, bro, pickup lines only work after like you kind of know her, you know what I mean? Like she kind of understands your humor and you guys kind of know each other. Then pickup lines kind of can work, but off the bat, they not gonna work, bro. I mean, unless she's already like hella into you. If she's hella into you already, like, you notice she been staring at you kind of the whole night type deal, or yeah, but there's got to be like interest on her end in order for it to actually land, because it's one of those things where it's just like, if you go up to her, try to say it, and she doesn't already like you or even really acknowledge your presence, yeah, it's gonna be weird. But if you guys been making a little eye contact, doing the thing, then it'll work. But yeah, I mean, I don't use pickup lines just because I just find them to be cheesy and annoying. I'm like, bro, I can just go up to you, hi, how is your name? Or hi, how are you? What is your name? And we could just start a conversation. You know what I mean? I think that is just fine. I don't think I have to be like all that extra. I mean, sure, you could, again, in the midst of the conversation, then you could kind of throw them in there. But to start off with them, it's kind of crazy. But I think that's what our guy is kind of getting at here. He's just like, approach women, man. They're human beings too. They're not aliens, you know. And if they reject you, turn you down, whatever, you just walk away. All right, no problem, cool, peace, walk away. Like, yeah, you'd be embarrassed for a little bit. Like, trust me, I've gotten shot down. I ain't gonna lie, I got shot down a lot. And I'll try to talk to a girl, hey, how are you? Da, da, da. And then she's like, oh, not really into it. I'm like, oh, yeah, no problem. And I just walk away. Walk away. And it just is what it is. All right, let's move on. This will be the last one. All right, men, when did you find out about women once you got a girlfriend? No matter how much of a macho man you are, you need to do some girly shit with your woman. It's not because she wants to emasculate you or bend your will, or she expects you to enjoy it even. It's because she wants to share some of her daily life with you. Facts. That is very true. That is very true. I think the like, honestly, the best thing like guys can do for their girl is, do things that she's interested in. You know what I mean? Because odds are you're going to have fun and you're going to enjoy yourself. Guys can be really silly with it, and it's nice. You know what I mean? And if I'm being honest with you, I mean, like, I truly feel like girls do more fun things than dudes do, if I'm being straight with you. Like, there was a time I went on a date with a girl, and she was like, oh, I'm into art. And I was like, oh, sweet. And we went to, like, a little convention center thing to, like, paint cups and stuff. And I didn't really care for it, but I knew she was going to like it. But I went and did it, and I was like, oh, my God, this is actually a lot of fun. So you never know. You never know, like, the shit that might actually be kind of fun unless you do it. Like, get out of your comfort zone a little bit. And then I'm also the type of guy that kind of likes to be a part of my girl's world, whether it's like she likes, I don't know, raving, or she likes certain music, or she likes doing certain things. And I'm just like, okay, cool. Let's see what's up. There's some things I wouldn't do, though, like clubbing. I don't really care for that. Clubs, I think, are annoying. Being at a club as a dude is just an L, if I'm being honest with you. Clubbing is annoying. Bar hopping is another thing. I don't really care for that either. I think that's kind of stupid. And I'm just like, I don't really care to do all that. Like, we can go to the bar. Like, that's fine. We can go to one. But bar hopping is kind of annoying. But, it's just, I find it interesting and I find it fun to do, like, if there's a girl that I'm talking to kind of do things that I know that she's interested in. Because you never know. You might have some fun. Definitely agree with that guy. But that's going to go ahead and be that thread, man. Hope you guys enjoyed that thread and you learned something a little bit. I didn't really learn anything new about it, but hey, it's all good. It's nice to have like a lot of the ideas that, I may have, or thoughts that I may have regarding relationships and women and stuff being confirmed by other guys as well. Like, yeah, exactly. Like, all right, cool. I'm not the only one, you know. But we are gonna get into announcements, and then we'll hop into confession time, and then we'll get into our scenarios for today. So, patreon.com/Am I the Asshole Podcast. Get an exclusive episode every single Friday, as well as being able to send in your scenario to be featured on the Tuesday and Sunday show like these people did today. So make sure you get in there, man. We have over almost 90 hours of content over there waiting for you guys to check it all out. There's some crazy, wacky, wild episodes over there. So definitely go check it out if you love what we got going on. Audio listeners, I'm sorry. I am filming this and I'm kind of like under the weather, but the train don't stop rolling. But yes, audio listeners, keep downloading the podcast as well as rating us 5 stars. Helps out a lot, and I appreciate you guys coming back week after week and enjoying the content. It lets you guys downloading lets me know, because it all gets reported to my analytics, and it just lets me know that you guys are enjoying the episodes and that you guys are coming back every week, and I really appreciate that, and I appreciate the support. And guess what, baby? It's for free, and if it's for free, then it's for me. If you want to help out even more on the free 99 side of things, go ahead and follow us on Instagram, TikTok, as well as subscribing to us on YouTube. I appreciate all the support you guys have been showing throughout this 1.5 year journey. We've almost made it to 2 years, which is crazy enough. And I do have some awesome plans for year 2 of the podcast, and it'll be ever expanding. But yes, definitely been enjoying all the support you guys have been showing, and I appreciate that so much. You guys' comments are so fun to read. The live streams have been a lot of fun. Everything has just been really great, and I just want to give you guys more and more content, if I'm being honest with you. So appreciate it. But without further ado, let's get into our confession time for today. All right, and this one is a bit of a weird one. I read the title and was like, that looks pretty interesting. So this confession is, I pee in my boyfriend's shower and he hates it. That's odd, but sure. I've been dating my boyfriend for 3 months. A couple of weeks ago, we took a shower together and I told him that I needed to pee. So I asked him to turn around. He was incredulously, I guess, but didn't stop me. So I peed in the shower. However, afterwards, he told me it was gross when I said next time we can have a bath instead of a shower together. He scrunched his face in abject horror, stating he'd never take a bath after someone pissed in the shower until after he cleaned the tub with bleach. He banned me from peeing in his shower. It made me feel ashamed because I love being a fucking shower pisser. Okay. Is it wrong? I mean, I don't think it's wrong. I pee in the shower. I'm not going to get out of the shower to take a piss. Like, I think that's just weird. I'm like, bro, you can just pee in the shower, being honest with you. I don't think that's weird. I guess you can come from the argument of like, oh, but it's a girl. But I'm like, bro, so what? You know what I mean? I guarantee you there's some girls out there right now listening to this podcast. And they're like, shit, I'll pee in the shower. You know, like, why get out of the shower to go pee? Like, that just makes no sense to me. You know, like, we all collectively understand, obviously shitting in the shower ain't the best idea, you know, but pissing in the shower, like, I don't see anything wrong with that, for being honest with you. I think that's really weird. And then on top of that, the fact that she did it with you in the shower with her, oh, that tells me, bro, she love you, man. You know what I mean? She love you. She ain't going nowhere. Because let's be straight here. There ain't no girl that's going to be pissing in the shower that don't love her man. Like, let's be straight. You know? There ain't going to be no woman peeing in the shower that don't love her man like that. Like, bruh. Like, let's be straight. That woman love you, bro. And you guys only been together for what, 3 months? Yeah, 3 months. That's crazy. Absolutely insane. Yeah, that girl ain't going nowhere. You better keep that one. You know what I mean? Hey, teach his own, I guess. You guys let me know what you think about it in the comments, though. All right, let's get on to our scenario sent in by our lovely Patreons and TikTokers. All right. Okay, our first one is cross-dressing husband. All right. Again, I do apologize if my voice is sounding a little nasally. Again, your boy is a little under the weather, but that don't stop me from giving you guys the content, all right? But let's get into it. I had a baby our second, it was in the middle of the night feed, and he had been lying that morning, texting some guy to meet up to buy weed. Okay. So I went through his phone that night. He was accidentally still signed into Reddit, which I never seen the app on his phone. So I opened it, and it was a girl named Kelsey. I started reading and scrolling and looking. I found photos of me with my head blocked off. No nudes but cleavage. I found photos of him in a wig, glasses, and makeup at my old home. Okay. I found videos of him getting done by a dude.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
What did he say?
That's crazy. Okay. Dick pics talking about meeting at hotels near our house. Emails from 2019 about meeting up with some local guy calling him daddy. So I read through it all. That is crazy. Imagine your man is getting done up the pooper and calling another man daddy. That's insane. That's insane. Oh my God. Okay. I woke him up, throwing the phone in his face, calling him a liar. I asked him if he liked guys. I don't care. I like girls occasionally too.
Stop the cap.
I don't know about that one, but okay. He deleted the app and wouldn't talk to me. I started screaming. That's when he claimed he was raped. And he was 14 to 16. He gave me vague details. A guy, the doctor from church, raped him after a party, then at a church retreat, and he kept going to his house and giving him BJs, having sex with his friends or random people from Craigslist. Had a train ran on him is crazy. What in the hell? Again, imagine finding out that your man that you have 2 kids with, mind you, 2 kids with, that's your husband, and he's getting done in the pooper, calling another man daddy, and he got a train ran on him. That's crazy. Oh my God, bruh. He was taking it up the pooper and in the mouth, bruh. And these dudes were just violating yo, man. Oh, that's crazy. That's insane, dude. He claims he never fucked them back. That makes it even worse. That means you were the girl in this. Okay, cool. He got off 5 times during the hundreds of encounters. Overall, 15 dudes. Damn. More than I've ever had. Then in college, the guy visited him and fucked him and invited someone else. He claims he never done anything physical since we've been together. But I found emails of him and the abuser. The abuser was saying that he's just the same and would never come over. And then I saw information about phone numbers shared, and I look at the phone to see if they were in his phone, and they were. I tried Google backwards search, couldn't find anything. His account was private. The videos he claimed the guy posted online in 2008. We've been together since 7 years, and there was no mention of this. 2 kids together. He said he didn't tell his parents because he got threatened to have them committed. Because he got threatened to have him committed and his parents would be shamed, and they went to the same church. He was a 58-year-old man, and my husband was a 14-year-old at the time. He said he overpowered and choked him out and forced him to dress up as a girl and call him Kelsey, a sissy girl. Eventually, he said the guy told him no one would ever love him because he was used and abused. What in the hell, dude? All right, it just keeps going on, but I'm not going to continue to read. That's a lot. Bro, what the heck? I mean, what would you do in that instance? I don't really believe the whole he got raped and this thing. I don't really believe that, if I'm being honest with you. I just think our boy here, he likes him the men's, and he just kind of fabricated up that story to kind of make it be like, no, look, there's a good reason why I'm doing this. There's a good reason why I like it up the pooper. Like, when in reality, I think you just like you some men's, bro. And if I'm being straight with you, this is a kind of weirdly common thing. I've gotten it a lot on the podcast where like women will write into the show and they found out that their man was, either gay or messing with dudes or whatever the case may be. And it's crazy to me because I'm just like, well, I was going to say, why would you get married, to a woman knowing that, you're gay? But it's like, I think they do it more for religious reasons. I think they look at it like, oh, I don't want to be like a bad Christian or whatever the case may be. Whatever their religion may be. So they kind of like, oh, I'll just marry, a woman and that's what's normal and that's what's expected of me and I'll have kids and blah, blah, blah. But again, it's like, dude, God damn, man. Like, live it. Live who you are. Don't drag a woman into this. Don't drag another person into your craziness because think about it. The woman is just like, yo, yeah, I got me a man. I got me a manly man. I love him. And, we got kids together and we're doing our thing. And then she finds that out and she's like, oh my God, my dude is gay and he's the girl. You know what I mean? Like it might be one thing if like he was the dude, if he was doing the fucking, but no, bruh, you're getting fucked. Like, that's crazy. Hey. It is what it is. All I want to know is ladies, what would you do? What do you do in that situation? I mean, obviously, I guess you leave, but I mean, you have 2 kids, you have a little kid and you got an infant with this man. So it's like, you can't necessarily just up and leave at that moment. You guys still have kids and responsibilities at that moment. And it's like, and that's what makes it so tough is the fact that they have kids. And they just had their second kid. And she's over here finding this out. That he likes the men's and all that. Like, bro. Hey, man. That's some crazy shit. I'm all for, if a dude wants to be gay, whatever the case may be, whatever sexual orientation you want, do that. Yeah, I mean, do what you gotta do, but don't drag somebody else into it. That's where I think it's fucked up and it's wrong. The fact that he like dragged this woman into this, got married to her, had kids with her, making her think like, oh yeah, this is it. We got our family and da da da. I'm so happy, blah blah blah. And then I don't know where she finds this out. I mean, that's like dropping an atomic bomb on a girl's life. Like, dude. Whoo! You let me know what you think about it in the comments, though. Oh man, yeah, ladies, what do you do? What do you do in that position? On to our next. My girlfriend is going out with 2 guys and her female friend. Okay. My girlfriend, 21 female, is going out with some friends this weekend. 2 20 males and 1 20 female. However, the guy is talking to my girlfriend's friend. However, the other guy is single. Okay. And I'm pretty sure is interested in my girlfriend. I have expressed to her how this situation has made me feel and how uncomfortable I am with this situation because this is basically a 2-man excluding the boyfriend, me. I told my girlfriend that I trust her 100%, but I have a lack of trust in others. She told me that if I'm uncomfortable with the situation, it's because I don't trust her. Nah, it's not that I don't trust you. It's I don't trust him. Like, come on now. And if I did, I wouldn't feel this way. Is this cheating? Am I the asshole? I mean, I would only feel some type of way with it just for the simple fact that this is not just friends hanging out. This is a double date situation. Like, I know what you're doing. You're pretty much like accompanying your friend. So what it was is her friend met this guy and I'm sure the dude had asked her out on a date, but she didn't feel comfortable going on a date with just him. So then she was just like, oh, well, why don't I invite my friend and then you invite a friend? As like a double date kind of situation. And I think that's where I wouldn't be okay with her going out, because it's like, this isn't a hangout under the pretense of like, oh, we're all friends and we're just hanging out. No, this guy thinks it's a date. This guy thinks he's going on a date with my girlfriend. And that's where I would have the point of contingency about it and be like, no, I don't want you to go. I get you're trying to help your friend out, but how about, that guy not go and I'll go? You know what I mean? We could do that, but I'm not about to let you go on this pseudo fake date with this random guy that I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not about to do that. Like, I trust my girl, but I don't trust him. You know what I mean? Like, why would I entrust the safety of my girlfriend to another guy? Why would I do that? If it's my job as the boyfriend to protect her in things, why would I entrust my responsibility to another guy? Why would I do that? I don't find that to be insecure. I don't find that to be distrusting. I look at it like, no. Like, dude, I'm not about to let my girlfriend go on a date with another guy, regardless of, what you're doing. Again, I understand that she is doing this for her friend, but for me it comes down to as being a man, I'm there, I have to protect you from dudes like this, if I'm being straight with you. So I'm not about to entrust the protection of my girl to another guy. I'm just not about to do it. And that's why I would look at it like, either this guy doesn't go and then I go in his stead, or, and I don't know why that wasn't a thought in the first place. Like, oh, girl, yeah, if you want to go out with this dude and you want me to go, like, I'll just bring my boyfriend. Like, I don't know why that wasn't a thought. You know what I mean? Like, that should have been a suggestion, at least, to have you go on this outing. You should try to suggest that to your girlfriend, because if I'm being straight with you, it's like, I would not let my girl go. I wouldn't. I'd be like, oh, hell no. Because homeboy thinks this is a date. Again, if it was like you guys were all just friends and you guys were just going out, having a friend time, whatever. All right, cool. I ain't tripping with that. Have fun. You're just hanging out with your friends. But this is not that. This is the pretense of homeboy think he going out on a date with my girl. And that's nah. Because I guarantee you, it's going to be a thing where he's going to try to hold her hand. He's going to try to, make moves. And he's going to want to try to kiss her at the end of the night. All this type shit. And obviously, he's going to be doing anything and everything to accomplish these goals. He's going to be like, oh, let's drink. Oh, let's have a good time. Oh, let's do this. Oh, let's do that. Like, nah, bro. Nah, I'm not having that shit. Like, again, that's why I look at it like, I do trust my girl, but I would not trust him. Because he's going to be the influential part to try to get my girl to do something with him, And I trust and hope that she wouldn't do anything, but you never know. And so that again is where the whole like safety aspect of it comes in. I'm not about to entrust the safety of my relationship to another guy. I'm not about to do that, man. Especially a guy I don't know. I don't know this dude. I don't know him. Who the fuck are you? So, yeah, nah, man, nah. The fact that your girl even wants to go on this without you kind of is a red flag to me, if I'm being straight. But I don't necessarily think it's cheating. I mean, you could argue that it is just because she is going on a date with another guy. Because again, let's play devil's advocate and let's throw the shoe on the other foot. He's helping out his buddy, but he's got to go on a date with another girl. You wouldn't be happy with that. You know what I mean? You wouldn't be happy with that. You'd be like, what the fuck? Why are you going on a date with this other girl? Like, oh, but I'm just helping my friend. And you're going on a date with another girl. Like, come on now. Yeah, so I don't think he's being insecure at all. If anything, I'd have been like, nah, tell homeboy to kick rocks. I'll go with her. and we can do that. And we can help your friend out like that, because that's crazy. You guys let me know what you think about that in the comments, though. On to our next one. My girlfriend, 30 female, came home with a hickey, and I'm unsure how to feel about this. Uh-oh. Let's hope she doesn't.
She belongs to the streets.
Let's hope not. All right. I'd love some advice or perspective on something that recently happened. Okay. Last Friday night, my girlfriend, 30 female, went out with her friends, and I, 32 male, went out with mine. She was supposed to go to a concert, but around 11 p.m., she called me to let me know they didn't end up going to the concert because they spent too much time at the aperitivo, basically pre-drinks in Italy. Okay. Hey, let's go. This is a Italiano guy. I'm telling you, man, we're reaching the whole world. We got viewers and people from all over the world. It's a beautiful thing. It's beautiful, man. All right. So they decided to go to a club instead. No big deal up until this point. I got home around 2 a.m. and she came back at 4 a.m. completely drunk. Again, no real issue here for me. During the night around 6 a.m., I happened to notice a pretty big hickey on her neck. I didn't say anything at that moment, but about an hour later, when she got up to go to the bathroom, I paid attention to see if she tried to cover it up when she came back. And she did, by laying on her side. When I woke up, I acted like I didn't notice and just kept to myself. Eventually, I pretended to notice the hickey and asked what happened. She told me that a guy at the club was hitting on her, and while they were dancing, she didn't notice that he gave her the hickey. I mean, at least she told the truth. You know, I at least she told the truth. Like, she danced with a dude and the homeboy was sucking on her neck. Like, you know. She said he tried to kiss her, but it never happened. Just the hickey. She mentioned that her friends had kissed other guys from the group, but she didn't have any kind of conversation with him. I don't know about that, man. Didn't know his name, and he didn't buy her drinks. He probably did. If she came home that drunk, he probably bought her drinks. Like, come on, man. She described it as a stupid mistake from the night that doesn't mean anything, but she's embarrassed by it. What do you think? Is her story believable? Is it considered cheating? Yes. Yes. And if I'm being honest with you, personally, I would break up with her. I would. I'd break up with her. I'd be like, look, I get it. You made a mistake. Look, I get it. You were doing all that, but in the grand scheme of things, you cheated on me. You allowed homeboy, for one, you danced with him. You know what I mean? It's like, I thought you were going with your friends. You should be dancing with your friends. You should be hanging out with them. I don't believe that he didn't buy you any drinks, because he probably did. Let's be honest. He probably did. It's why she came home so drunk. It's probably why she didn't realize that homeboy was sucking on her neck, because she was probably very intoxicated to the point where, you know, she was just dancing, having a good time, and homeboy's just, you know, on that neck. Like, come on, bro. Let's be real here. I'm glad that she was honest. She didn't necessarily lie about any of that stuff, but it's the fact that you committed the actions in the first place. Like, bro, I was okay with you going to the club, but this is what you do when you're there? Come on, man. Nah, that shows no respect for me. You know, that shows no respect for me. That shows me you weren't thinking about me at all. That shows me you don't care. Yeah, and you think this little apology is going to get you out of it. Look, I appreciate the honesty, and, you know, hopefully she apologized. He didn't really say that, but hopefully she did. But again, it's like, bro, that's a lot of trust, because he trusted you to go to the club with your friends and only hang out and dance with your friends. And what did you do? You didn't do that. You were with a dude. And that's why I always tell people, I'm like, bro, no, I wouldn't let my girl go to the club, nor would I date a girl that likes to go to the club, because of this type of shit right here. This type of shit right here. Like, bro, no person in a relationship should be going to the club. That's crazy. The club is for shit like this. You know what I mean? The club is for shit like this, for people to, for single people to commingle and hook up and whatever. That's for the single people. If you're in a relationship, there's just no reason you need to be going into the club. I get it. Her friends are probably single and all that, and that's why she went and whatever. But it's like, bro, you were there for your friends. You were not there to be doing this. And the fact that she did this and didn't think that it was that big of a deal, nah, it's that big of a deal, bro. That big of a deal. And I've been in this situation. I won't lie to you. I've been in this situation, but I've had it happen like right in front of me. I was dating a girl. I probably have told this story before. I ain't gonna lie to you. I probably told this story before, but I'll tell it again for the new people. But I was dating a girl, and we went to a rave together, and it was a lot of fun. We had so much fun. We were meeting up like with her friends and stuff, and it was like me, her brother, and a couple of her friends, and we were all having fun. It was really cool. We were waiting around for like one of her favorite artists, and I was like, oh, let's do it. And her favorite artist came on, and we were dancing, having a good time. It was really good. And I was noticing like, oh shit, a lot of the girls were like getting on the dude's shoulders, so they could film and they could like, hey, and whatever. And so I asked her, I was like, hey, you want to get on my shoulders? Because this is the guy this is the DJ that she's been wanting to see all night. And she's been talking about him all night. So I'm like, hey, went up on my shoulders. She's like, no, it's cool. I'm okay. It's fine. And I'm like, all right, well, if you want to, just let me know. And so, we're doing our thing. We're dancing, blah, blah, blah. And then I see her get on the shoulders of some random guy. Right in front of me, mind you. Right in front of me. And that's what I mean, though. It's like, bro, if you're willing to do shit like this, that tells me that for one, you don't respect me. Two, you're not thinking about me and our, relationship or situation. And three, it's just blatant disrespect. You know what I mean? It's just blatant disrespect. And that's the biggest one right there. And that is the reason why I would break up with this girl. I would be like, well, you did what you did, and I think this relationship is over. Because, again, you went to the club. Not only did you not care about our relationship, you weren't thinking about me or our situation, and you disrespected me. That's not cool. It's not cool at all. And that would be good. That would be my advice to you and my perspective on it. So I gave you kind of both. My advice is to break up with her because, in the perspective of it all, she just doesn't respect you. If she really did, she wouldn't have been doing that. She would have just stuck to her friends. And if her friends wanted to, walk off with other guys or whatever, she would just be by herself, or she would have left. You know what I mean? She would have left. Like a respectable girl would have saw her friends like going off with all the other dudes, and she'd have been like, you know what? Instead of being in the club by myself, you know what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get me an Uber and go home. But she didn't do that. So, again, you can let me know what you think about it in the comments. You could you either agree, disagree, whatever the case may be. Let me know down in the comments, all right? All right, this is going to be our last situation for today. All right, for today's beautiful Sunday episode. So, am I the asshole for sleeping with the guy I'm seeing in a room that I share? Okay. So, I'm genuinely not sure if I'm being the problem here and will take full responsibility if I am. Okay. I, 20 female, am living with my dad as I look for a room or place of my own. I work full time and his place is 5 minutes away from work, so it works out pretty great. I pay rent and have my own room with a spare bed in the corner of it for my brother and sister to sleep in if they come over. They're 16 and 17. They live with our mom mostly, but sometimes, maybe once or twice a month, one of them will come over and hang out for a night or two and sleep in that bed. Today, the guy I'm dating came over as he was in the area. We got down to business while my dad was at work, and I had the day off. We obviously went and did it in my room, only on my bed, and after he had left, there was literally no way of telling that we had sex in my bed. It was clean, and I even changed the sheets despite it being clean. Tonight, my sister came over to stay the night in the spare bed, and we were dancing around to music in that room, as sisters do. We have a comfortable relationship and often tell each other about boys, love, and sex. She told me some crazy stories about her and her ex-partner, so it just seemed normal to me to talk about it. I told her that we finally had sex, and she jumped off my bed in disgust and started saying that's so wrong and disrespectful. And I said, don't worry, I changed the sheets. And she got so angry, she told me this is her room as well, and it's so disrespectful to bring him into Dad's house secretly. The only reason it was a secret was because I didn't want to say to my dad, hey, you know, the guy that I'm dating just railed me like a freight train today. Facts. She stormed out and asked my dad to take her home. I didn't know this, and he came back from dropping her off and seemed normal. I don't know if she told him. Anyway, I was under the impression that it was my bedroom with a bed for them, and I could do whatever I wanted on my bed, kept things clean, didn't bring him over while anyone else was there, and I honestly didn't see a problem with it. I don't want to be seen as disrespectful, but if that's actually disrespectful that I did that, I will tell my dad and apologize. This is why I want a place, because it sucks being an adult trying to have an adult life, but feeling like I have to be held to the same standards as when I was 15 and 16. So am I the asshole? Fuck no. And I'm going to tell you like 3 good reasons why. All right. For one, you pay rent. All right. For one, you pay rent. So I don't want to fucking hear it. Like I pay rent. I pay my weight. It would be a different story if she wasn't paying rent. You know, like say the dad was just like, hey, you can live here, don't pay rent, just save up your money until you can get a place. Okay, cool. You know, because there are situations like that, 100%. But you're paying rent. All right. So reason 1, that you're not the asshole. Reason 2 is the fact that nobody was home. No one was home. There was nobody there. Dad was gone. Siblings weren't there. Y'all were home alone. And you did it in your bed. And then you cleaned it up and everything was good. So I don't see anything wrong there. You did that right. You know what I mean? And on top of that, you're a fucking adult. Like, I would understand if, like, again, if somebody was home, like say your dad was out in the living room or whatever, hearing you, you know, getting dick down or whatever, okay, then I'd understand. I'd be like, yeah, that's kind of a little disrespectful. Nobody want to hear that. Especially a dad does not want to hear his daughter. You know, let's be straight. All right, you know, let's be straight. My nigga probably pull out a shotgun or something. But you didn't do that. So 1, you pay rent. 2, nobody was home. 3, hello, it's your room. You know what I mean? It's your room. Like, this was pre-established. That this is your room. This is your space. Like, even if you didn't clean up, you know what I mean? Like, even if you did, even if the stench of sex was still in the air or whatever, you know, even if you didn't change your sheets or whatever. Like, bro, no. Like, this is my space. You guys come over and you just visit. That you guys don't live here. You know, I understand that, you know, in some technicality, it's like, oh, well, you know, that's my dad, but you guys live with mom. You guys just visit here. So, but I live here. This is my space. And I'm kind enough to share my space when you guys come over. You see what I mean? Because again, you have to understand, she's paying rent. So it's like, no, this is my space. I pay for this space. And when I pay for this space, I can do with what I want with this space. You know what I mean? Like, let's be straight here. And the fact that she's nice enough to be like, hey, yeah, they can definitely take the other bed when they're over. That's fine with me. But no, like, I don't think you're the asshole at all. I think that's just kind of ridiculous for those. And you're an adult. You're a fucking adult. Like, if you want to get dicked down by your mans in the comfort of your own room, like, 100%. And if I'm being straight with you, yes, definitely get your own place. Living alone is amazing. I won't lie to you. Like, I always thought living alone would, like, be lonely, but it's so not. It's so not. Like, I enjoy it. I enjoy not having anyone else, you know, like every once in a while, you know, my mom, she'll come over and hang out, and, you know, she'll stay the night or whatever. She'll stay a couple days. My mom has this fucking thing about, like, oh my God, you know, since you don't have a girlfriend and you live alone, you might, like, you know, commit suicide or something like that. Oh, I'm sorry. Self-deletion. And I'm like, no, why would I do that, Mom? I live a fantastic life. You know what I mean? Like, I do. Like, I work a good job. I have you guys. You know, like, this right here is an amazing reason for me to live, if I'm being honest with you. Just content creating. Like, I love doing this. And I hardly get paid doing it. I get paid a little bit, but I hardly get paid doing it. You know? Like I make damn near nothing doing content creation, but I just love doing it. And so it's like, for me, I just look at it like, when you live by yourself, you just have the freedoms to kind of find things that you love doing, and you could just fully get into it and just fully do it to, like, the full extent. You know, if I'm being honest with you, it's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. But to your question, I'm sorry. My answer is no, you are not the asshole. You're an adult. You should be able to get dick down in your own spot that you pay, or your own space that you pay for. And yeah, that's that. I mean, let them feel how they're going to feel about it. Your dad doesn't need to know, because trust me, he doesn't want to know. All right, let's be straight here. Your dad don't want to know that you got dick down. Let's be straight. Okay. Let's get that straight. Okay. Your dad does not want to know that you got dick down. Don't tell that man that. I know if I was a dad, I would flip out and go nuclear, because I don't want to hear about my girl getting it, because you may be an adult, but to him, you're a baby girl. Okay, you're still a little baby girl. Like, don't, please don't do that. Nah, they like, no, please don't. All right, but that's gonna be it for me for today's episode. Hopefully you guys enjoyed today's episode. Let me know what you think about everything that we've gone over today, the thread, as well as all of our scenarios, confession time, all that good stuff. Definitely get involved down in the comments, man. Follow us on TikTok, Instagram, as well as the YouTubes. Keep downloading the podcast. Get on the Patreon. $3 a month gets you that exclusive episode every single Friday. Over 80, 90 hours of content over there, man. I love you guys all. I'll see you on Tuesday for, actually, no, hold on, sorry. I will actually see you guys tonight. So this episode will be up at 5 p.m. and I will be live streaming at 8 p.m. today, Sunday, April 20th. Okay. So, I'll make sure to put a post up as well on YouTube. I'll probably have a post up before this video goes up, so that way you guys will know. But yes, I will be live streaming today, 8 p.m. We're going to be playing some more Monster Hunter. And, yeah, you can catch me live on YouTube, Twitch and Kick. Twitch and Kick, my handles are right here. If you're already subscribed to us on the YouTube, you can, or even TikTok. All right, your boy is back live streaming on TikTok. I got banned. Yeah. I don't know why, don't know how I got banned from live streaming on TikTok, but now we're back. We're chilling. So again, catch your boy on any of those platforms. I have all the links down in the description. Love you guys all. I'll see you tonight on the live stream, and peace.